Good morning, my fellow yogic travelers. It's another day of honoring Michael Meade, mythologist and storyteller who's been one of my main Dharma tributaries. Today I'm talking about what we call end times. Um, we have an Ancient of Days, archetypally speaking, within us. It's the old mind. It's a mind of the origins. It's the mind of the beginninglessness. It's our center, and it confers creativity. Everything flows from that. Maybe we need to hear this in a nick of time. We want to divide time as chronos, mere temporal duration, which is the locus of deterioration, and the kairos aspect of time, pregnant with meaning, significance, always changing, something new about to burst forth from the center where it's always still. We're definitely facing a crisis of meaning now for so many people. And your length of life doesn't matter, nor does it guarantee that you will become mature later on and find meaning. And if you're still reducing your vision to looking out for number one, it certainly ain't going to happen. So we may feel like we're betwixt and between. We're neither here nor there. We don't know where we're going. We don't know where it's going to end up. It could lead anywhere. But there is a structure and there is a trajectory. And one part of us can find the wisdom that says, I've seen it all before. And another part of us can say, and yet I feel it anew right now. So we have to understand the necessity of dissolution, or the unraveling that's going on, and then the ongoing reweaving, the making and the mending of the broken heart of the world. That's called tikkun olam in the Jewish tradition. The reparation of all the stuff that's broken. And of course, in order to do that, there has to be a certain kind of renewal, or cleansing, or purification, an intentional emotion that helps you deal with the troubled heart. As Joseph Campbell says, will you accept, will you say yes in the heart of no, in the heart of darkness, and joyfully participate in the sorrows of the world? So much interferes with our willingness to do this. There are so many outer threats. And yet, if we're not brave to face the uncertainty that's ahead of us, we don't know where to turn. That's, of course, when you're supposed to implore spirit, beg spirit, willingness to humble yourself, the contrite heart, the broken heart, which is really the only one worth having. So can we be conscious of this aspect of our own existence that's still trying to make it good for everybody, the enduring good? Because if you're a self-doubter, you will never be an agent of renewal. So the ending of the world, as we know it, can lead to the beginning of another day, but only if we accept the full burden of the loss, the grief, the disappointment. We can't push it away. We can't try to escape from it. We have to somehow integrate it, serve it. And if we do, we will move away from our local, provincial, exclusive way of thinking that separates us from everything and everyone, and instead find the great way, the universal path. It's called marga in yoga. So I implore myself, first of all, and put it out for everybody else. Commit yourself to something specific. The familiar is not the field of significant action. Do something different. And always remember that the detours, the dead ends, the cul-de-sacs in your life often force you to expand in a direction that you would never have thought of prior to that. So anything that's exhausted, elevate it. It's always easier to claim truth when you don't know what you're talking about. But for those of us who are the warriors in the midst of uncertainty, Gamble everything you have. Let it ride on the next move of the roulette wheel. I'm all in. And then you'll be closer to the genuine roots of being. So, to bolster your courage, just remember, everybody starts somewhere, and everybody stumbles along the way. Here's to sure footing and the peace that comes from saying yes to this.